That's barn and fence paint. The reason I'm showing this, it's time to put a fresh coat of paint on the fence at the Wooded 19. And this is the original paint we put on 4 years ago, probably. If not, around 4 years ago. And I had it over in the corner. I actually had it right there and had that rear end sitting on top of it, that car rear end. So I dug it out. We bought 5 more gallon today, and I also bought just a empty bucket. My plan is to mix this old paint with the new paint. That way we'll have more paint to put on the fence. But I don't know if it's okay. It's been in the building down here, like I said, for 3 or 4 years, and we'll see if it's frozen and went bad or see if it's still okay. So I'm going to open it up and we'll look. Get the dirt off the lid so I won't drop it down in the paint by accident. And it doesn't get my hands as dirty either. So this has got the type lid like a driveway sealer has, where you just pull the tab all the way around and this pops up. And this can is, I'd say it's 80% full, so I hope it's okay. So let me get a stirring stick and we'll see if it stirs up. I think it will. Smells like latex paint, but you can't tell that on the video because you can't smell it. Does need a good stirring, but that's just a little bit by hand. I've got a paint stirrer that I could put on the drill when we get ready to use it. But there you go. I'd say it's still okay, so we can mix that with the new paint and have about 8 gallons of paint. Here's a new paint that I'm going to be using on the fence and mixing with the old paint that I already have. Just an exterior latex flat barn, house, and fence paint. 5 gallon, and then I've got probably 4 gallon of the old paint. 3 to 4, so that gives me 8 or 9 gallon. And then I bought this plastic bucket. I can mix the two together in and work out a bit. This paint was $59 for 5 gallon. Pretty cheap, about as cheap as you're probably going to find for fence paint. And it'll probably hold up 2 to 3 years. We've painted the fence once, and that's been 4 years this year, so it's starting to look kind of faded, but I'm going to put this on with just a roller. I found when I first painted the fence, I just dipped the roller down in the bucket. It's kind of messy, but you don't have to have a roller pan or anything. You can just dip it down in there and go to town by putting the paint on. So I'm going to use the same technique this time, and we'll see how it works. Next, we're going to go down to the property and I'll show you the fence, the way it looks before we paint it and after we paint it. Reed's going to start up there next to the highway. Not bad for 3 to 4 years or however long this paint's been on. But it'll freshen it up, make it look a little whiter. And we're just dipping the roller down in the bucket. It's the easiest way to do it. Probably waste some paint like that, but it's the easiest way. And you can kind of tell where she stopped there. All right, about 300 feet left. Okay, here's a completed fence. And that's just one fresh coat of white paint. So it was somewhat faded, but not real bad. So one coat really freshened it up. And we mowed the grass while we were down here too, so made it look better also. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.